What's going on, y'all? It's Cop Pizzle. And today, the New York Giants have hired their 22nd head coach in franchise history. So, the Giants are going to start a new era. New general manager, a new head coach. And let's talk about it. I talk about this a lot when it pertains to this channel. I know there's a lot of options out there for you guys as far as content goes. There didn't used to be, but I know you guys got a lot of options now. And the biggest thing is I want this channel to come off as authentic as possible. I don't play off anything more than I am, and which is I'm just a fan. A fan that really, if you can look back behind me, loves the New York Football Giants. I am completely nervous with these hires, guys. And I'm not saying that they're bad hires. I'm not. Schoen and Brian Daboll, I'm not saying these are bad hires. I am just suffering from PTSD of what's been going on the last 10 years, okay? And no, I'm not making a joke of PTSD. I realize but, let's chill out, all you Karens out there, okay? I'm just suffering from what we've been going through. And so I'm a little reluctant to be excited. I know some of you might have jumped out of your britches today, but Pizzle's just still, I'm sorry, a little nervous. And I kind of, at this point, need to see it in action instead of talking about it. Let me start with Schoen. Listening to his press conference, which I'm sure a lot of you guys watched, I loved how when he talked about being the New York Giants general manager, how he just kind of glowed. Like you could just see the excitement, the appreciation, and the honor it was to be the general manager of the New York Football Giants. He looked like he was a man that was very proud of himself and very thankful and ready to make something happen. And if one thing that I disagreed with Dave Gettleman that I didn't like was when he talked to the media a lot of time, he was very arrogant, almost pretended to be the smartest guy in the room, made a lot of jokes that probably weren't really funny. Just gave off the impression that he didn't take his job as seriously as he could have. Not saying he didn't, but Schoen has shown me, at least initially, that he's very excited about this opportunity. He's gonna give it his best effort. And as a fan, that's all I can ask for. Anybody involved with the organization is that they just give 110% when it's asked of them. He goes and let's be real about it. The general manager most likely played a huge role in hiring the head coach. And more than likely, it helped Daboll get this job. So he went out and he hired one of his buddies, which is a little nervous. I'm nervous about that. And a lot of you, including myself, let's be honest, if we got a big, high-profile job and our ass is on the line, a lot of money at stake, right? There's a lot of, especially in a place like New York where there's, a lot of media attention, a lot of people going to give you an opinion. You're going to go hire, you're going to want somebody that you're familiar with by your side. Okay? You're not going to want to go out and get somebody that, you might clash with. So he got a guy that he's been working with, or at least, a co-worker, if you will, for the last few years in Buffalo. Daboll, I'll be honest with you. He's got a pretty good resume. I mean, you're talking about, and it's funny because I know we just had a guy in Joe Judge, but you're talking about a guy who has a resume of working with Nick Saban, has a resume working with Bill Belichick, right? He's been an offensive coordinator. He's been multiple different places. Some places was good, some places was bad, right? I think he's a 5-time Super Bowl champion, 2020 Assistant Coach of the Year, and I believe in 2017, correct me if I'm wrong, Alabama national champion. Impressive resume. I'm going to tell you what I'm nervous about. Josh Allen in Buffalo is a special talent. Special. I mean, that guy, unbelievable game against Kansas City. Unbelievable ability, heart, all that stuff, right? I watch a lot of college football. I watched him at Wyoming. I thought he was a great talent there. And he has come into the NFL and just probably exceeded everyone's expectations. And he's taken an organization in Buffalo that has struggled, right, for many, many years. That's been the Patriots division. And he has made the Buffalo Bills relevant and knocking on the door of winning or getting to a Super Bowl, right? He is the type of player that is out here getting dudes jobs, right? There's a lot of, they talk about a lot of schoolyard, backyard kind of playing with Mahomes' game, but there's some of that with Josh Allen too, where he's running around, just running over cats, making plays, throwing the ball 70, 80 yards down the field. I mean, just doing special things that not a lot of guys in the NFL can even do. And so, my worry here is that I'm not. It's so funny because I heard all that offensive guru nonsense with McAdoo, and it blows my mind that Giant fans are just so easily willing to use words like that in this situation when we just already had something like that happen recently where it backfired in our face. Where we use these terms like offensive guru and all this and that. If there's one thing that, both these guys, the general manager and the head coach, they're getting this job. They're getting their jobs with the Giants because of their success, I think, with Buffalo. But if there's one thing about Daboll that I like, is that he has worked on the defensive side of the ball when he first started coaching. He has transitioned to the offensive side of the ball and been successful at it, right? Had some nice jobs, but I'm not sure that he's ever been anywhere. Maybe the Patriots. I know Alabama is a hot place, but let's be honest. The hottest of the hottest is New York. That's where a lot of heat is. So I'm not sure he's ever been at a place this hot before. I'm going to root for these guys. I was kind of on the team of Brian Flores, but I have a feeling that Flores went into the interview and probably couldn't provide the coordinators, or maybe he was a little shaky on that, and that's why maybe, he probably couldn't provide him the job here. And Daboll probably gave better answers on that subject, but let's see what the coaching staff is going to look like. But guys, I am nervous. I'm nervous because I think Josh Allen got both these guys a job. I like both of their resumes. I sincerely do, because I like that they've both done things, especially Daboll, where you have worked on the defensive side of the ball, but now you're being touted as this offensive guru, which, God, I can't stand when Giant fans, because it's like, shit, let's hope that this is not another McAdoo, right? I mean, I'm terrified that this is going to be another McAdoo situation. And let me say this. I'm glad that both of these guys are going to give Daniel Jones, it seems like, the opportunity, right, to be the quarterback. And maybe they're going to play this whole thing like we can help him be a better player just like we helped Josh Allen. What I'm concerned about, though, is if next year doesn't go good with Daniel, then you are going to go probably get a rookie quarterback, maybe a veteran, who knows. But then your fingers are going to be crossed on that, because these guys will for sure get 1 year. But if we've learned anything over the last couple years, you get 2 years with the Giants before the fan base loses their fucking mind. You get 2 years. The general manager usually gets a little longer leash, but as a head coach, the proof is in the pudding. Just look at it. You get 2 years. You don't get to play around for 2 and then we give you a third. No, you get 2. So I'm nervous, guys. I really am. And I know a lot of you guys are going to have a lot of confidence and you're happy because the new shiny toys and it's Christmas. But guys, I got to be honest with you. All I want is New York Giants football to be back. I don't give a shit if Santa Claus is the head coach. I just want Giants football to be back. And so I hope these men have a plan in place to bring Giants football back to where it belongs. And I want to wish both Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll luck. I will support you guys 110%, no matter what. And just please, I'm asking you, bring New York Giants football back. I miss it. I got a family right now that I'm raising, and I want them to love the New York football Giants just the way I love them. But I know that at some point they're going to understand what the hell they're watching on the television, and they're not going to want to support that product. And so I hope these 2 men are guys that are going to lead the New York Giants back to the promised land. Love you guys. Pizzle.